Hello friends, in the previous lecture we have seen the two-phase method to solve LPP. Today we will see one example to understand the concept. So see the example. Solve the following LPP. By two-phase method. Minimize z is equal to 4x1 plus x2 subject to constraints 3x1 plus x2 equal to 3, 4x1 plus 3x2 greater than or equal to 6, x1 plus 2x2 less than or equal to 4 and x1 x2 greater than or equal to 0. To solve the LPP by two-phase method, we will start with phase 1 in which the only change is the objective function is minimization of R, where R is sum of artificial variables. So consider phase 1. In this phase we are writing the LPP in standard form. Only the change is the objective function is minimization R, where R is sum of artificial variable. So see the constraint. The first constraint is 3x1 plus x2 plus r1 equal to 3, because it is equal to constraint, add artificial variable r1. Then 4x1 plus 3x2 minus s1 plus r2 equal to 6. And third, add slack x1 plus 2x2 plus s2 is equal to 4, x1, x2, s1, s2, r1, r2 all greater than or equal to 0. And because we want to take r to be sum of artificial variable, now there are two artificial variable and therefore sum is r1 plus r2. So observe the change. We have considered the standard form of LPP as it is. Only the change is we have objective function always minimization R. Though the problem is minimization or maximization, in phase 1 we always consider the objective function to be minimization of R, where R is sum of artificial variables. Now as usual we have to solve this problem by big M method. So the first thing, M, that is number of equations, equal to 3, N, that is number of variables, equal to 6. So put N minus M, that is 6 minus 3, 3 variables equal to 0. So we put x1 equal to x2 equal to s1 equal to 0. To get the basic solution as r1 equal to 3, r2 equal to 6 and s2 is equal to 4. Because r1 and r2 gives the basic solution, that is the basic variables which are present in objective function, we will find the value of r1 and r2 by equations 1 and 2. So by equations 1 and 2, we get r1 is equal to 3 minus 3x1 minus x2 and r2 is equal to 6 minus 4x1 minus 3x2 plus s1. So that the new R equation becomes R minus R1 minus R2 equal to 0. That is R minus value of R1 is 3 minus 3x1 minus x2. Value of R2 is 6 minus 4x1 minus 3x2 plus s1 equal to 0. Simplify this. R minus 3 plus 3x1 plus x2 minus 6 plus 4x1 plus 3x2 minus s1 equal to 0. so that R, collect all x1 coefficient, so plus 7x1, collect x2 coefficient plus 4x2 minus s1 equal to 6 plus 3, that is 9. So we have the new R row becomes R plus 7x1 plus 4x2 minus s1 is equal to 9. Now we consider the simplex table. So iteration number, or we say operations, whatever it may be, basic variables, you consider all the variables, that is x1, x2, s1, s2, r1, r2. Solution, and last column minimum non-negative ratio. In the first table we have R row, R plus 7x1 plus 4x2 minus s1, s2, r1, r2 are 0. Solution is 9. Now write down the first constraint, that is we have three basic variable r1, r2, s2 with the solution 3, 6, 4. The first row is 3x1 plus x2 plus r1 equal to 3. Next 4x1 plus 3x2 minus s1 plus r2 equal to 6. And the third constraint is 1, 2, s2 is 1, no r1 and r2, so 0 equal to 0. So this is our first starting table. Because our problem is minimization R, we have to find most positive, and most positive is 7, and therefore most positive element is 7. So we have solution, pivot column is x1, so solution upon x1 column, that is pivot column. 3 by 3 equal to 1, 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2, 1.5, and 4 by 1 equal to 4. Minimum is 1. Therefore, the pivot element is 3. In the next table, R1 leaves the solution and X1 enters the solution. Because R1 leaves, we have to delete the column of R1. So in the next table, that is in second table, R remains as it is. The R1 variable is replaced by X1 variable, R2 and S2 as it is. Now see, we have to make this element 1. So what is your operation? Make this element 1, that is our X1 row becomes 1 by 3 R1. Then new R row, that is R dash is equal to R minus 7 times X1 dash. New R2 row, that is R2 dash is equal to R2 minus 4 times X1 dash. And new S2 row, that is S2 dash is equal to S2 minus X1 dash. So do the operation. X1 is 1 by 3 R1. So do the 1 by 3 times. 1 by 3, 0, 0, 0, 3 by 3 is 1. R row minus 7 times. So 7 minus 7, 0. 4 minus 7 by 3, 12. 12 minus 7, 5 by 3. Minus 1, minus 7 become minus 1. 0, 0, 9 minus 7 becomes 2. R2 row becomes R2 minus 4 times. So 4 minus 4 becomes 0. 3 minus 4 by 3. 9. 9 minus 4. 5 by 3. Minus 1. 0. 1. 6 minus 4. 2. S2 minus x1 dash. So this minus x1 dash, 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 1 by 3, 6 minus 1, 5 by 3, 0 minus 0, 1 minus 0, 0 minus 0 and 4 minus 1, that is 3. Now most positive element, it is 5 by 3. So now x2 column is pivot column. Divide solution by pivot column, that is x2 column. 1 divided by 1 by 3. 1 divided by 1 by 3 gives 3. 2 divided by 5 by 3. It gives 6 by 5. And 3 divided by 5 by 3. It gives 9 by 5. 6 by 5 is minimum and therefore R2 leaves and X2 enters. Pivot element is 5 by 3. In the next table, R remains as it is. X1 is as it is. Now R2 leaves and X2 enters here. S2 is as it is. So to make this element 1, now R2 also leaves the solution. So we will exclude this column of R2 to reduce the calculations, and therefore see what we have. We have to make this element 1, that is our new X2 becomes 3 by 5 times R2 row. New R row becomes R minus 5 by 3 times x2 dash. New x1 row becomes, so x1 dash is equal to x1 minus 1 by 3 times x2 dash, and new s2 row becomes s2 dash is equal to s2 minus 5 by 3 times x2 dash. So do the operations. We have 3 by 5 times this row. So 3 by 5 times gives 0, 3 by 5 1, minus 3 by 5 0, 3 by 5 gives us 6 by 5. R minus 5 by 3. R minus 5 by 3. So minus 1 minus 5 by 3 times minus 3 by 5 gets cancelled. Minus minus becomes plus and minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. 0. 2 minus 5 by 3 times 6 by 5 gets cancelled, becomes 0. x1 minus 1 by 3. x1 minus 1 by 3, 1. 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3, 0. 0 minus 1 by 3 times minus 3 by 5. Minus minus gets cancelled, plus 1 by 5. 0. And 1 minus 1 by 3 times 6 by 5. 1 minus 2 by 5, that remains 3 by 5. Now S2 minus 5 by 3 times x2 dash. 5 by 3 times x2 dash. S2 is this, minus 5 by 3 times. So 0 minus 0, 0. This becomes 0. 0 minus 5 by 3 times. Minus minus become plus. 1 minus 0 times. 3 minus 5 by 3 times 6 by 5. 5 gets cancelled. 3, 2 remains 1. Now observe that we want most positive, but there is no most positive. So all R row coefficients are less than or equal to 0. Here all are 0. We want most positive and we don't get that. So all R row coefficients are less than or equal to 0. Here mostly they are 0. This implies that your solution is optimal. Observe that R is 0. So our minimum R comes to be 0. That is our main thing. Minimum R is 0 and all artificial variables leave the solution So we can proceed to phase 2. There are two conditions to proceed to phase 2. The first condition is that minimum R must be 0, and second condition is that all artificial variables should leave the solution. Both are satisfied, so we can proceed to phase 2. So now consider phase 2 of the problem. So what is phase 2? In phase 2, start with the feasible solution obtained in phase 1 as starting basic feasible solution. So what is phase 2? The original function, that is minimum z, is equal to 4x1 plus x2. That is our original function. Minimum z is equal to 4x1. Now see, in phase 2 we will always start with whatever is our original objective function. So minimum z is equal to 4x1 plus x2. But now all the constraints are nothing but from this last table of phase 1. So see, from phase 1, the first row gives us first constraint, x1 plus 1 by 5 s1. So what is our first constraint? x1 plus 1 by 5 s1 is equal to 3 by 5. Next one is x2 minus 3 by 5 S1 is equal to 6 by 5, and third S1 plus S2 equal to 1, and all variables x1, x2, S1, S2 greater than or equal to 0, 0 S1 and 0 S2. Now this is as usual our simplex. The conditions are already equalities, and therefore m, that is number of equations are 3, n, that is number of variables, equal to 4. Put n minus m, that is 4 minus 3, one variable equal to 0. That variable is always non-basic variable. See, in the last column of phase 1, basic variable are x1, x2, s2. Those are basic variable. So don't put x1, x2, s2 to be 0 because they are basic variable. So put the non-basic variable S1 equal to 0 because S1 do not appear here in basic variable column, implies that it is non-basic variable. So put S1 is equal to 0. Putting S1 is equal to 0 in this, we get basic solution, and basic solution comes to be x1 is equal to 3 by 5, x2 is equal to 6 by 5, and S2 is equal to 1. This is basic solution. Because we get basic solution, we should find the values of these basic variables from given equations. So I will number this as 3 and 4. Because this variable appears in objective function and those are basic variable, always find the values of these basic variable from equations. So from 3 and 4 we get values of x1 and x2. x1 is equal to 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5 s1, and x2 is equal to 6 by 5 plus 3 by 5 s1. Now the new z row becomes z minus 4x1 minus x2 equal to 0. Put the values. So z minus 4 times value of x1 is 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5 s1 minus value of x2 is 6 by 5 plus 3 by 5 S1 equal to 0. Simplify it. So Z minus 12 by 5 plus 4 by 5 S1 minus 6 by 5 minus 3 by 5 S1 is equal to 0. So we get Z plus 1 by 5 S1 is equal to 12 and 6 18 by 5. So this is our new Z row. Once we get new Z row, we will start with our simplex table. So consider the simplex table. Iteration number, or what are operations. Then basic variable, all the variables x1, x2, s1, s2. Solution, minimum non-negative ratio. Start with the first iteration. We have basic variable z, 1 by 5 s1 is equal to 18 by 5. There are three basic variables x1, x2 and s2. The basic solution is 3 by 5, 6 by 5, 1. The first constant is x1 plus 1 by 5 s1 equal to 3 by 5. Second constant is x2 minus 3 by 5 s1 equal to 0. And third constant is s1 plus s2 is equal to 1. Because the problem is minimization, we want to find most positive. Most positive is 1 by 5. So this is most positive, 1 by 5. Solution upon key column or pivot column. Pivot column comes to be S1. So solution upon S1. 3 by 5 upon 1 by 5. That is 3. Because this is negative and we don't want negative, we will not take this ratio. And 1 upon 1 equal to 1. Minimum is 1. So this implies that S2 leaves the solution and S1 enters the solution. So in second case, what will happen? Z remains as it is, but x1, x2 remains as it is. S2 leaves the solution and S1 enters the solution. The pivot element is intersection of this, which is nothing but 1. It is already 1. So what remains? Only make all other elements in that column to be 0. So we have to do the operation in the next table. New z becomes z minus 1 by 5 s1, because our s1 now comes to be 1. Then new x1 becomes x1 minus 1 by 5 s1 or s1 dash. S1 dash means in new table. Then x2 dash becomes x2 minus becomes plus 3 by 5 s1 dash. So do the operation. This row remains as it is because it is already 1. So there is no change in this row as this is already 1. Now we want to make these 3 to be 0. So firstly, z minus 1 by 5 of this row. Z minus 1 by 5. 1 by 5 minus 1 by 5. 0 minus 1 by 5 of this row. So 0 minus 1 by 5 and 18 by 5 minus 1 by 5 gives 17 by 5. x1 minus 1 by 5. Minus 1 by 5 gives 1. 0 becomes 0 minus 1 by 5 and 3 by 5 minus 1 by 5, 2 by 5. x2 plus 3 by 5, 0. 1 plus 0 minus 3 by 5 plus 3 by 5 is 0. 0 plus 3 by 5 gives 3 by 5 and 6 by 5 plus 3 by 5, 9 by 5. We want most positive, but now we don't get most positive. So all Z row coefficients are less than or equal to 0. We don't get most positive, implies that the solution is optimal. See what is the solution? X1 is equal to 2 by 5. X2 is equal to 9 by 5. And minimum Z is equal to 17 by 5. So this is the last solution, that is optimal solution of that LPP. Observe that we solve the problem in two phases. Phase 1 is objective function minimum R, where R is sum of artificial variable. We solve the problem by Big M method as it is. If minimum R is also 0 and all artificial variable also leave the solution, we proceed to phase 2. And then phase 2 is the original objective function is as it is, but now we start with the feasible solution obtained in phase 1 as static basic feasible solution, and then solve as usual by simplex method. We get our last solution. We are able to check the solution by substituting these values in given constraint. Those must be satisfied. At least 2 should be equalities and value of Z must be equal to 17 by 5 from these values. So you can check these values and get that this solution is correct. Enough for the day. Thank you.